Hi guys, I'm a fantasy photographer and filmmaker, and I love recreating shows and movies and books and scenes from these things that just really speak to me. And today I'm going to be looking at one particular scene from The Sandman Season 2 Part 1 that I just absolutely fell in love with. The thing that sets Season 2 apart is there's just amazing new VFX that they've done and new ways of interpreting Dream, especially in his realm, that I just loved. We're going to be looking at episode 3, and it's when we see a character that's very dear to Morpheus leaving him alone in his realm. And one of the things that I've loved is how they just represent Morpheus as a silhouette, and they do that a lot in the graphic novels. And this particular scene, it's so simple and I loved it so much, especially with the lightning flashing. So I think that we're going to try and break this down a little bit. Now I'm going to stop it exactly on a shot where, here we go, where we've got some of the blue on his face. It's looking like we might be able to get away with doing this with just 3 lights. I think I'll set up a key light on this left-hand side here, which I'm going to use the Nanlite 120C, and I'll set that to a nice blue that's just illuminating that kind of left side of my face. And then I'm going to pop 2 mini palm lights at the back. I've got the Aputure MCs. This is just to give me a tiny little bit of rim lighting. Like, he barely has anything here. And I really like that about the show, actually, is that in scenes where there are other characters, the other characters will be touched by the light, and Morpheus is almost never touched by the light. So I'm hoping that this works out how I'm expecting it to. Now, if I want to do a video execution, what I'll do is I'll have these 2 flickering as candle flames behind me using the Aputure effects. And then I'll have my Nanlite set to the lightning effect on my left-hand side. We see that his eyes, you can't really see them. Oh, you see them a little bit here. They glow in the dark, but otherwise it's only really when the lightning hits the side of his face. I think that I could easily do something like this in DaVinci or After Effects. There is a second shot that I am in love with, and I'll use the 120C for as well, because I think this is going to be a single light execution. The key art for season 1, this one in particular I think is really beautiful, and by the looks of it there's just one single light source that's kind of top down. It's center on and then straight down. It doesn't look like he has any rim light at all. I'll swap that to a white paper roll backdrop and just have that single light kind of coming down on top of my face. We're going to see how we go, and then you'll get to watch the process and see how we ended up. Here we go. We're going to be using this light that Nanlite so kindly sent to me. Thank you so much. With a particular key art from season 1 that I want to replicate, the light is kind of above your head and top down. And because we're in my living room and there's not a lot of ceiling space, we need a light that's very, very lightweight. So this one is perfect for that. Nanlite also sent me a softbox, this size softbox as well. I think it's probably 60 centimeters or so. This will be perfect for the lighting that I'm trying to achieve. Like, look how compact that is. That is so light. I think it's about 1.6 kilos. Honestly, I could hold my camera in one hand and this one on the other. Dual wielding. Uh-oh. I don't know what this is, but that just fell out of my... Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I like to usually put on 2 layers of diffusion because it makes me look more pretty, I think. Okay, we're switching to the phone now. You can see that we're here in the living room, and we've just got the white paper roll set up, and then the octagonal softbox, octagonal. We have the F120C up here with the octagonal softbox and an egg crate, and that's gonna come down and give me some like sharp jawline. Don't even look at what I've got as my counterweight. That's kind of the lighting for the key art. So you can see we've got really good shadows here with this top-down light. Dream has these amazing kind of harsh cheekbones. And I think that using this top-down light like this is great for that. I'm just gonna go and get into my Dream look and feel, and then we're gonna go and try and shoot this. My makeup's done and I'm nice and sharp. Now we're gonna put on the wig. It's a shame that I don't have blue contacts, but that's okay. He's got kind of messy black hair, but I don't know if this wig will support that. I also just realized that he has a big side part, so I'm thinking I might... Oh, I don't know about that actually. It really didn't take that much. Most of this is going to be in the editing because again, I don't have the exact outfit or the blue contacts, but ooh, fancy.
Backpack.
Huh?
Backpack.
Backpack. Okay, so like honestly, I feel like that's fine. I just did the shoot, and then as is my want, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna quickly edit the photo. And no word of a lie, it might be the best photo I've ever done. It might be the best edit. I'm so proud of myself, and I probably have huge eye bags because of this lighting. It was so long. It probably took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. That part of me is like, should I call it quits and not do the next setup? But I'm also like, yeah, I've got a free night and all the gear is out anyways, and I've got the wig on. So look how long this wig is. Dream of the endless. Morpheus, because you're worth it. It really won't be that hard to do this second setup. It'll be probably swapping this backdrop out for black. No, actually, I might be able to keep it white, and then it might also help with this silhouette. I'm thinking, I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll keep this white at first, then put this key light, which will be blue and with a lightning effect on this side, and then behind me I'll have 2 Aputure MCs to be those little torches and give me a little bit of rim light. So I just have to check his outfit, but pretty much I should just be silhouetted here. I definitely tuck it out at this point. I had my big win with the key art, and then I was just kind of going through the motions, and you can see it in my face. Okay, so I'm editing the ones with the blue flash on the side, and they actually turned out okay. I wasn't quite sure at first because I was kind of tuckering out, but honestly, it's all right. I don't quite know what to put in the background, if I'm being honest. Like, everything that I try kind of makes it look a little bit corny. So I'm thinking I might just leave it as is. I do a couple of different things when I'm editing, but I always start in Lightroom to make my base edits before moving over to Photoshop to fine tune and add these graphic elements. I developed some overlays I put on absolutely everything, and it kind of gives me my signature style, I guess. Okay, so update on the Sandman photos. They turned out so well. Even the ones that I did really, really quick at the end of the night turned out so well. And it has genuinely made me so happy knowing that something like this is able to be achieved right in your living room. You don't need a whole studio setup or a crew or thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of lights. All you need is the ability to master your own space and the camera and the one light that you have. Back when I first started in filmmaking and fantasy photography, I kept telling myself, oh, it's just about the bigger the crew, the more expensive the gear, that's what I need to be able to achieve what I want. And it hasn't been the case at all. If I'm being honest, I create better work when it's just me and my husband in my living room because the stakes are lower and suddenly you have the freedom to create without having to worry about what are all the industry people I'm surrounded with thinking of me at the moment. So this has been a really great experiment, and I'm really enjoying being part of this world. It's just a shame we don't get any more of it because of Neil Gaiman. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this. I've really enjoyed making it, and I'm looking forward to making a video on my next project.